Hello everybody, this is Holton Buggs, your Vice President of Sales for Organo Gold, and I'm here right now to talk about the king of compensation plans. You know, Organo Gold has actually assembled, in my opinion, the finest compensation plan, the most rewarding, and also the most generous compensation plan that's really designed for anybody to get involved in Organo Gold and succeed and be able to accomplish your dreams. And so throughout the next several set of videos, what I'm going to be doing is really explaining the whole philosophy behind our compensation plan. See, I certainly believe that a compensation plan should actually be designed to determine the style of behavior that you want the distributors performing out in the field. And that's exactly what we've done here at Organo Gold. And so there's two actual behaviors that I'm going to talk about that we've designed our compensation plan around. But before I really get into that, I want to just talk to you about just some examples of certain things. As a matter of fact, this training session is going to be based on how the compensation plan and the values that we have in terms of the numeric values work in North America. It's not intended for purposes in other countries. Some other countries, it may operate just a little bit differently based on the regulations that they have. So if you're watching this from a different country, make sure that you check the regulations that you have. Also, I want to go ahead and mention that there's no guarantees of any incomes whatsoever. As a matter of fact, each distributor who's in Organo Gold, there's no misrepresentation of incomes either. Your income is going to be in direct proportion to what it is that you earn and how it is that you go out and build your business. It's going to be based off of the type of team that you build, the amount of product that you sell, and basically your efforts and your commitment to your Organo Gold business. And so I don't want to give any examples up here that may mislead you in any kind of way. And so just look at these as illustration and training purposes only. Now, let's go back and talk about our compensation plan and what our business has actually been built around. Two specific activities. The first activity, ladies and gentlemen, is building a consumer base. There are 7 separate income streams that Organo Gold has put in place, and they're all built around 2 activities. The first one, building a consumer base, is paramount. The retail or the customer acquisition component of Organo Gold is what attracted myself and attracted so many people around the entire world who's getting involved in Organo Gold. So let's talk about the second component or the second activity, and that is actually building a distributor base. The purpose of building a distributor base is so that that distributor base can actually allow you to build a larger consumer base. At the end of it all, ladies and gentlemen, Organo Gold pays you for building people who are consuming our product. There's no commissions whatsoever on the recruitment of any distributors. There's only commissions that are actually paid when product actually exchanges hands. So let's go ahead and get into some good stuff, and let's talk about how this compensation plan actually works. The first of 7 ways that we get paid is what we call retail. Retail is the foundation of Organo Gold, and one of the things I'm so excited about are the retail profits that people are actually earning. You know, being in this industry for 20 years, it's been very difficult for me and others to get out there and sell products because the products at wholesale typically were so expensive, there was not much markup whatsoever, and maybe 5% or 10% here, it just wasn't attractive. It didn't motivate a lot of people. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Organo Gold has actually solved that. Let's talk about how our retail program works and how you can actually start making some coffee profits right away. When you look at Organo Gold, the difference between the wholesale cost and whatever it is that you sell it for, now we recommend suggested retail of no less than 50% markup. That's where we start. But ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you right now, I don't know of too many people who sell their coffee for less than 100% markup. Now, you can do whatever it is that you choose as long as you meet those minimum requirements. Now, when you send people to your Organo Gold website, they buy the coffee, it gets delivered right from the website or from our warehouse directly to your customer. Organo Gold has marked that up 50%, so that's going to be your profit. What I have found is most people like selling that product also person to person. We put together a very simple sample-based model. If you watch one of the other videos, it says sample your way to success. We put that model together for a reason. It's because we found that it's very simple and easy to go out there and give away free samples. Ladies and gentlemen, what we find is this, is that people who come in who think that they need a hard background in sales or a very serious sales, to be a very serious sales closer, they really don't succeed. But people who don't mind giving away free samples of coffee are the ones that we found who built the biggest businesses. So how does it really work? When you take a look at it, this box of coffee right here, this is our gourmet black coffee. In this box are actually 30 sachets of coffee in this box. Now, our cost on it is $15. So we're talking US and Canada, it's $15 is what it costs us. That means that it's 50 cents per sachet or 50 cents per cup of coffee. What I have found is that the majority of the distributors who sell it person to person, they sell it for no less than $30. That's a 100% markup in terms of profit. So that means they sell it, buy it for 15, sell it for 30. It's a $15 profit is what they actually made. And I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, we sell coffee all day long at that price. Because when we tell people what our cost is, or when they ask us, they say, well, how much does it cost? And we tell them it's about $1 a cup. This is one of the biggest reasons that we're not in competition with the Starbucks and all these other companies. As a matter of fact, they're our allies. They've made it socially acceptable for people to pay as much as $5, $6, sometimes even $7 for 1 cup of coffee. And so when we tell them that we've got the most delicious, best tasting coffee that is even also has an herb called Ganoderma in it, and we tell them that it's only $1 a cup, ladies and gentlemen, you know what? They are already impressed with the price. So price very seldom, if ever, becomes an object or an objection of why a person would actually start buying the Organo Gold product from you. So that's just person to person. We've got people who set them up at churches. We've got people who set up at schools. We've got people who have done fundraisers, nonprofits who've joined Organo Gold and use this instead of selling cookies, instead of selling candy. They sell the coffee. The biggest reason why is this, is because when the customers buy the coffee, they drink it, consume it. When they're out, they're always calling back saying, do you guys have more of that coffee? Very seldom have they had repeat sales from people who've just sold them cookies or candy or things of that nature. So the Organo Gold product mix is absolutely incredible. This is the most consumable product that I've ever seen involved in network marketing. Now let's talk about some other ways to generate income from retail sales. You see that we've got our coffee. This is the black. We've got our latte. We even now have our brewed coffee, fresh brewed coffee. So if you like to wake up in the morning, smell the aroma of coffee, we've got the Royal Brew. It's the best of the best from Jamaica, the Blue Mountain Coffee of Jamaica, and it also has our spores in it. We also have our soap, we have green tea, we have toothpaste, other products that we have that I have not even listed here. But what we've done for that consumer base is we've developed products that we know that they consume on a habitual basis. Why is it so easy to sell products with Organo Gold? This is the philosophy that we've come up with. First of all, typically in network marketing, most people make fortunes in network marketing because they become excellent at selling customers or people things that they necessarily don't need or that they necessarily don't want, but they do need. Let me give you an example. Life insurance, financial planning, maybe utilities, nutrition or nutraceuticals. All of us need those things, but nobody wants to take nutrition. All of us need maybe even legal services, but nobody wants to buy it. No, everybody here needs to have financial planning, but nobody wants to open up their books to strangers. All of us need electricity, but nobody wants to give their social security number just to get a credit check to switch electric companies. I'm not putting any of those companies down, but let me share with you why retail and Organo Gold is so incredible. Because everybody that I know of who drinks coffee, not one of them need coffee, but every single one of them want it. Ladies and gentlemen, when you can actually give somebody something that they already want and put the stuff that they need in it, what it does, it makes for an incredible, very simple, what I call rejection-free marketing plan. Now, when people go out and they do trade shows, we've got people who've done trade shows, and how those trade shows work are very, very simple. We've got people who've made some incredible income. Some have even gotten into full-time income just by selling the coffee. They may set up a booth at an event, any kind of trade show. And one of the biggest benefits around it is that you don't go to coffee shows and don't go to health shows. Go to shows where people are. For example, let's say you went to a show and there was 1,000 people at that show. Typically, we know 75 to 85% of Americans, guess what they drink? They drink coffee. If you get the exclusive rights to actually be the coffee provider or the coffee vendor, guess what? Now you can start selling that coffee by the cup. We've got people who buy it for as little as 50 cents a cup, and they start off selling it somewhere around $2, $2.50 a cup. You're talking a 500% markup just in coffee profits. But we also have people who go out and sell it because they're the only ones selling coffee. They've been able to make large cups of coffee and sell it for $5 a cup. We're talking 1,000% markup. Just imagine 1,000 people at an event and 700 people buy 1 cup of coffee from you. Do the math, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the profits that are available in coffee, and that's why you'll see that people are able to generate some pretty large retail incomes right away. When you look at the entire platform of what we've got with Organo Gold, ladies and gentlemen, the retail component of our business is easy, it's simple, it's coffee. Organo Gold's the first way of making income is retail commissions. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk now about the second way that we actually earn income in Organo Gold's King of Compensation plan. We talked about the retail aspect of our business, and that's where you can actually get paid on a daily basis. Anytime you go out and sell coffee, you can actually exchange that product for money, and guess what? It's a daily method of income that can actually come in for you. The second way that we actually pay is what we call weekly income. We also pay a monthly and then a quarterly, but I'll talk about those as we get through those particular parts of our compensation plan. So income number 2 is what we call fast track bonus or fast track commissions. It is actually a wholesale commission that is released to a distributor once they've actually sold what we call our promotional product packages. Now, Organo Gold has a myriad of products that we actually sell, and a person can come in and there's no minimums and there's no maximums of which they can actually purchase. But we also have packages that are already pre-assembled, so it makes it real simple for you to get kind of a variety of products that we find is the most favorite or the most consumed products for customers. And so what we formed is we formed promotional product packages. Those product packages are actually purchased after a person becomes a distributor. It's only $49 to actually get a kit, become a distributor with Organo Gold. Now, once a person is involved in Organo Gold, they have the right to purchase these promotional packages. Let me explain to you what happens when they're purchased. When you're a distributor and you actually sell a brand new person or a person who's purchasing a promotional package for that very first time, a commission is going to be released to you based off of which package they actually purchased. For example, when you sold a bronze package to a new distributor, a $20 commission is going to be released back to you of what we call a wholesale commission. It allows you to make what we call immediate income, or what I call right now money. Now, when you've actually sold a silver package, which is a promotional package that has even more product in that silver package, an $80 wholesale commission is going to be released to you, who is actually the enroller or the sponsor of that person. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we also have our most prestigious, which is called the Organo Gold package that you can sell as well. And once you sell a gold package, a $150 wholesale commission is actually released to you. The beauty of income number 2 is that there's no limitations to the number of people that you can actually enroll. There's no limitations to the number of people that you can enroll and sell these promotional packages to. One of the biggest beauties of these promotional packages is what we recognize is that when people are out of coffee, guess what? We consider them to be out of business. And this is one of the biggest reasons that people actually get involved and they want to purchase or take advantage of what we call the promotional packages. So income stream number 2 is what we call fast track bonuses. Remember, it's easy, it's simple, it's coffee. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk right now about something that I'm very excited about, which is the third way that we get paid in Organo Gold, which is what we call dual team commissions. In my opinion, it is one of the most powerful ways to actually build an organization in network marketing. Our dual team allows you to actually dig into levels deep into your organization, but the beauty of the dual team is that all of the work and all of the volume is not necessarily based just on what it is that you do alone. So this allows you to actually team up with other members, and actually the volume that you guys create together, you're able to share into some of that volume. I'll give you some explanation as to how it works. Let's talk about how you qualify first for dual team commissions. The first thing that you want to do is make sure when you get involved in Organo Gold that you get yourself active. That means after you've actually purchased your kit, you must have an order of at least 50 CV to go through your business center worth of product. Now, CV is what we call commissionable volume. All right, it's what you actually get paid on. Every product that we have in Organo Gold has been assigned a CV, a commissionable volume. The purpose of using CV versus just a dollar is because as we build our business all around the world, it allows us pretty much to have our own kind of currency so that we don't have to worry about the different conversions and converting all of that stuff in other countries. You can do it real simple just with CV, and we assign the appropriate values to each product. Now, once you've done your personal 50 CV, you're active. In order to become qualified, which is step 2, you must enroll a person on your right personally and enroll one person on your left personally. We call them personally sponsored distributors. They must also be active. means that they must have at least 50 CV in their personal order. This person over here must have 50 CV in their personal order. Now you're what we call qualified. Once you become qualified, ladies and gentlemen, the computer systems, Organo Gold's computer system, will actually look down your right team and your left team all the way down through infinity, and it's going to look for two types of purchases. It's going to look for first what we call promotional product packages. Those are packages that once a person has enrolled in Organo Gold that they have the option of buying. We call them bronze, silver, and gold packs. And those packs are assigned CV as well. So any of those packs, now it's not only based on your personally sponsored people, it's based on anybody who's down below that right team or anybody who's down below that left team. The second purchase that it's going to look for is what we call the first order. The first order would be the order or any product that is purchased, either single, case, a multiple pack of product, whatever it may be. It could even be the first purchase prior to the promotional pack, or it will be the very first purchase that is made after the promotional package is purchased. That is what we call the first order. So those two purchases are actually assigned through the dual team. This is the beauty of it. Let's just say that you were sponsored and your sponsor is here. Your sponsor put you on their right side, which means that you're on their right team. So let's just say that your sponsor was enrolling some new distributors and decided to put those new distributors on their right team. That means that if this is you here, guess what? Those new people will actually go down below you, and any first orders and any of those promotional packages that get purchased, guess what? It flows all the way up here, and you actually get credit for all of the CV, all the way down through infinity. Ladies and gentlemen, in my opinion, it's one of the most exciting ways to get paid in network marketing. Now, let's talk about how we actually pay out, and let's talk about some examples of what the dual team allows to happen from a commission standpoint. Let's just use an example and say that your team did a total of 10,000 commissionable volume for the week based off of first orders and those product packs that we talked about. Let's say that the right team over here was a little larger. Why? We know that no team will grow exactly the same. Let's say the right team did a total of 7,000 in commissionable volume, and your left team did a total of 3,000 for that week. What's going to happen is at the end of the week on Sunday, midnight Pacific Standard Time, the computer will take a snapshot of your organization. It will look for the volume. Remember, it doesn't look for people. It's looking for coffee sales, those first orders and those promotional packs. And let's say over here, this side did 3,000. The way the computer system is generated or set up is that it's going to take 3,000 because this is the lesser team. It's going to use this as the calculator. Whatever's volume is on your lesser team is what's going to get calculated. So it's going to take the 3,000 over here, and what it's going to do is going to minus that out. And guess what you're left with? You're left with 0. But the computer also will recognize whatever your rank is. I'll tell you how to actually get paid more. But the computer system will actually pay up to 10% matching volume on both sides. For example, let's just use the 10% in this example. So it will take the 3,000, 10% of that 3,000, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be an additional $300 of income that would have actually been earned just between the volume on this side. But it will also pay matching volume on the other side. It'll go over here. It'll say, okay, there's 3,000 that's available. Out of the 7,000, it's going to minus the 3,000 out. That means you're left with 4,000 CV that will carry forward the next week. Ladies and gentlemen, as long as you remain qualified, one on your left and one on your right, this volume will sit there and store, and you'll never lose this volume until you get paid on it. That is one of the biggest beauties of what we call a dual team structure, is that most other companies, after the end of the month, whatever you don't get paid on, it flushes out and you start over 0-0. Not here with Organo Gold. Now, it will take this 3,000, and guess what it will do? It will allow you to get paid as much as 10% on this volume as well, which in this example will be another, what, $300 for a total of $600 in dual team commissions based on this particular structure. Now, what we've had to do, because it's so powerful, is we've had to actually insert caps on what the earnings potentials can be based off of your ranking. When you become a marketing associate, which is very, very simple, you can make as much as $500 per week. When you become a supervisor, you can make as much as $1,000 per week. A consultant can make as much as $1,500 per week. Now, remember that when we talked about the fast track bonuses and we said that most people want to get started at that gold package level? Well, that promotional package, what we've done, the promotion extends a limit of up to $2,500 per week because of the volume that comes with that package qualifies you as a consultant who can make up to $2,500 per week in the dual team. Now, when you become a Sapphire, which starts our leadership levels, you can make as much as $5,000 per week. Ruby, you can make as much as $10,000 per week. At the Emerald level, $15,000 per week earning potential. At the Diamond level, which we consider to be the #1 lifestyle in the world, a Diamond consultant can earn as much as $20,000 per week. And ladies and gentlemen, this right here is all the way up to our leadership levels. There's another level that we have that's called Elite Leadership, which starts at Blue Diamond, then Black Diamond, then Crown, and Crown Ambassador. And just to kind of give you an example of what the full potential is in our dual team is this, is that our Elite Leaders levels can earn as much as $75,000 per week just with income number 3. And so everything that I've just mentioned, ladies and gentlemen, has only to do with one of all 7 ways that we get paid. It's called the dual team. It is one of the most powerful, explosive ways to get paid in Organo Gold. Remember, it's easy, it's simple, it's coffee, and this is definitely the king of compensation plans. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to go ahead and talk to you now about the 4th way that we get paid in our incredible king of compensation plan, and it is actually called uni-level commissions. You know, one of the exciting things about Organo Gold is how consumable our product is. You know, when you've got a product that people are already in the habit of consuming 3 to 5 times a day without you even asking them or reminding them, then what it does, it allows for a lot of reorders, because reorders come from when a person depletes what they currently have. Guess what they're going to do? They're going to go back and reorder product. And so now, this part of our compensation plan is absolutely incredible. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to share something with you, that the next 3 income streams that I want to talk about are all dedicated to reorders, okay, or reorders of product. So let's talk about uni-level commissions. Let's talk about how it actually works. The uni-level commission structure is based off of what we call your personal enrollment tree. Let's talk about that. If you ever hear me say the term PET or P-E-T, I'm talking about the personal enrollment tree. It simply means that the people that you've personally enrolled yourself, we're not speaking of the dual team anymore, which bases off of what you do in your right and your left, and sometimes what other people do down below or your upline. Your uni-levels tree is going to be based off of the people that you personally enroll, and anyone that you personally enroll will be on what we call your first level. Your first level. The uni level allows you to get paid as deep as 9 levels with what we call compression. I'll explain to you what compression is in a moment. How do you first qualify for uni level commissions? This is how it works. Once you've actually become a marketing associate in our company, which means that you've actually created at least 200 CV of volume, or you've personally sponsored one on your right, one on your left, who become active, you now have qualified as what we call a marketing associate. And what happens is the first 3 levels of uni-level commissions are actually rewarded to you. All right, this is one of the only companies that I've personally seen that gives you so deep commission potential without you having to go out there and do a whole lot of work. Now, how does it actually work? When the reorders come in, that means that orders that are not first orders or orders that are not promotional product packs, all of it goes through the organization and it flows upward. Every single circle here represents a person's business center, okay? And I'm not saying that your tree is going to look exactly like this. I'm using this for an example of how uni-level commissions flow up. Let's just say that a product was ordered right here. Let's say 100 CV of product was ordered right here in that center. Then what happens is this person here, who would be the sponsor, this is this person's first level. This would be the second level to this person. This would be the third level to this person. 4th level to this person, 5th level to this person, and if this was you, this would be your 6th level that you would have actually generated a commission there on the 6th level based on your qualifications, okay? So, how does it actually work? Organo Gold is taking percentages. On the very first level, we're going to pay 5% on the CV. Second level is going to be 5% on the CV. Third level, 5% on the CV. Now, when we get to starting our leadership levels, which starts at Sapphire, that's how you qualify to get your fourth level of uni-level commissions. It's going to be rewarded at 4%. When you become a Ruby consultant, you get your fifth level. That's going to be an additional 4%. Emerald, you get 3% on that sixth level. And at the diamond level, ladies and gentlemen, this is your seventh level, where you'll be rewarded at 3%. Blue diamond, 2% on the eighth level. And black diamond, crown, and crown ambassador, which is going to pay you 1% on your ninth level. The thing I want you to understand, for those of you who have very little experience in networking, is that all of these commissions are rewarded to you. You don't have to pick either or. So whatever level you get to, if you get to the Sapphire level, guess what? You'll get your first, second, third, and your fourth level of commission. The beauty of a uni-level tree is that there's no limit to the number of people or businesses that can actually be in those trees, which means that you have unlimited number of people who can produce reorders of coffee sales. So those people who are out there creating retail trade shows, people who are out there doing seminars with coffee or whatever it may be, or even your distributors when they actually place an auto ship order or when they place a retail order, whatever it may be, all of that volume flows through your uni level, and it's actually going to pay out those commissions respectively. So the uni-level commissions, ladies and gentlemen, allows you to be in a position to get what we call mailbox money. As people run out of product, they reorder product, and guess what happens? That money continues to come in, those sales continue to come in, which allows you to actually generate commission. So when you look at it, it's extremely powerful. This is why most people get involved in networking, so that they can build what's called a residual income. And so the next three incomes, including this one here that I'm going to talk about, which will make four, is going to be dedicated towards your residual component of your income. So ladies and gentlemen, income number 4 is uni-level commissions. It's easy, it's simple, it's coffee. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to go ahead and talk about income number 5 with Organo Gold's King of Compensation Plan. It's called our uni-level matching bonus. This bonus right here is really dedicated to making sure that when you enroll new distributors who are going to go out and sell their Organo Gold products, that you have a vested interest in their success. Remember, I told you that our compensation plan has been designed based off of the type of characteristics and performances we want out there in the field. Well, guess what? When you understand the uni-level matching bonus, you're going to make sure that each person that you enroll into the company, you're going to do what we call provide and protect. You're going to provide them the necessary environment and information in order for them to maximize the opportunity. The second thing you're going to do is protect. You're going to make sure you protect them from all the negative or any things or information that could actually cause them to slow down, because a portion of your income is actually tied to their success, which is what I like. It's what I call a win-win formula. How does it work? Remember those uni-level commissions that I spoke about, which was income number 4? Actually, this is income number 5. Income number 4 was uni-level commissions. Well, the uni-level matching bonus works very similarly. Actually, what happens is this, is that if this is you here, and let's just say these are your personally enrolled distributors, anytime they earn a uni-level commission based on your ranking, you can qualify for a matching bonus on their total commission. This is how it actually works. Now, let's just say that you got involved in this business and you became a consultant. There's several ways to actually achieve the consultant ranks. We'll talk about that on another DVD or another video. But the consultant rank actually qualifies for a 10% matching bonus on your personally enrolled distributors. Now, you can enroll as many distributors as you choose to, as you want to. There's no limit to the number that you can enroll, which means there's no limit here to the number of matching bonus commissions that you can actually earn. So a consultant earns 10%, a Sapphire, okay, or when you actually get that promotion, that gold package promotion that we had talked about, that is a promotional package, it actually qualifies you also for a 20% commission along with the Sapphire ranking as well. When you become a Ruby, ladies and gentlemen, what happens is the company says, we're going to not only give you 20% on your personals, what we're going to do is we're going to allow you to tap into a percentage of your second level distributors, which means these are your first level, and this right here will be considered your second level. you're able to qualify for 10% of your second level commissions. When you become an emerald, you actually are able to qualify for 10% on your third level. Ladies and gentlemen, it gets pretty wide. It can actually be a lot of people. It's way more people than you've even sponsored because of the people that you brought in, and it's their people that they've actually enrolled who become distributors with Organo Gold. When you become diamond, you get down to your fourth level of matching bonus commissions, which actually qualifies for a 10% on the matching bonus when you become a diamond consultant with Organo Gold. So just to recap, your matching bonus is based on the uni-level commissions of the people that you've personally sponsored, and as you become a ruby, emerald, and diamond, you're now able to dig down deeper and get even more matching bonus. What does that mean? That means that you're going to pay attention to the people in your organization and the success of how they're building their business, because you want them having as much reorder commission as possible, because your matching bonus is based on that as well. Fifth way that we make money in our Organo Gold compensation plan is uni-level matching bonus. Remember, it's easy, it's simple, it's coffee. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you've made it now to the sixth way that we actually get paid in Organo Gold. If you've actually looked at the first 5 ways we get paid, you see that it's good. But as we say in Organo Gold, guess what? It even gets gooder. So I want to talk to you now about the 6 ways to generate commissions in Organo Gold's King of Compensation Plans, is what we call the generational bonus. Generational bonuses are designed for leadership development. Remember, we talked about we want to make sure that we design compensation around things and items or activities or behaviors that we want you to perform in the field. We want you to make sure that you develop and work with your team and see them have as much success as they're willing to work for. And Organo Gold is actually going to reward you and compensate you for making sure that people develop. You know, one of the first levels of leadership that we consider in Organo Gold that's recognized is a level called Sapphire Consultant. When you become a Sapphire consultant, it simply means that you've generated about $14,000 in what we call QV, qualified volume, throughout your entire team, not you alone. Now, you also have personally enrolled 2 qualified consultants on your right, 2 qualified consultants on your left team as well, and you've met what we call the 40% rule. The 40% rule simply means this, that no more than 40% of whatever that volume or level is required, whatever the volume is required to achieve that level, can come from one leg of business. For example, Sapphire, if you look at 14,000, it means that no more than 5,600 volume can come from one leg in order to help you qualify at that level. What this does, it disallows you from just having one person that you've enrolled who did all the work and you receive 100% of the benefits from it. But what it does as well is it allows you to go out there and develop and help more people, and the more people you help and develop, guess what, the more that you can actually dig into the Organo Gold compensation plan. How does the generational bonus work? I want to share something with you. This is a little secret. In my opinion, this is the little silver bullet. It's the hidden secret to Organo Gold's compensation plan. This, in my opinion, is the biggest of them all when you start to develop other leaders. This one here, it's unlimited what type of incomes that can actually be achieved just through the generational bonus. How does it work? Let's look at it real quick. It's also going to be based off of your PET, your personal enrollment tree. We talked about that. That's going to be the people that you personally enroll. There's no limit to the number of people that you can personally enroll. We're going to talk to you about the 2020 plan. We suggest that you go 40 wide, 20 on your left, 20 on your right, which will give you 40 direct personally enrolled distributors. That's the recommendation. There's no minimum, there's no maximum. You don't have to do that. You're in business for yourself, but not necessarily by yourself. So let's talk about how the generational bonus works. What happens is this: when you become a Sapphire consultant or above, what Organo Gold's software system is designed to do is to look at what your current rank is. When you become a Sapphire, that means that you will qualify for your first generation. Your first generation. Now remember, generations are completely different than levels. When we look at generations, your first generation of Sapphire can actually be 5 levels deep. Okay, so it doesn't necessarily have to be the first personally sponsored person that you've enrolled. But in this example here, let's just say that you were a diamond. Okay, now at the diamond level, let's go back. Sapphire, you get your first generation. Ruby, you get your second generation. of generational bonus. When you become emerald, you get your third, and when you become diamond, you get the fourth generation in commissions. Now, the first generation will pay 2%, the second generation will pay 3%, the third will pay 4%, and the fourth generation, it pays 5% of the volume. Let's talk about where that volume comes from and give you an illustration of how it actually works, because I want you to focus on not only helping going sapphire, but helping as many people as you can go sapphire. Now, let's just say that you're a diamond here, the #1 lifestyle in the world, by the way, and let's just say that this distributor right here is a ruby consultant. That person, it means that that person is at least a sapphire above, and it qualifies you here for a generational bonus. How does it work? What Organo Gold's computer is going to do is going to take all of the reorder volume. Remember, the last 4 incomes is all based off of reorders. That means that every sachet of coffee that is reordered, and if somebody's drinking that 1 sachet, there are 4 commissions that are released on that 1 cup of coffee. That's powerful. Now, the generational is released this way. This person here, in this example, is a ruby consultant. The company is going to look at all of their total volume outside of any sapphire above legs, and all of the reorder volume is going to be subject to a generational bonus at the tune of 2% to you. Okay? So whatever that is, it doesn't matter how much volume, as long as that volume is not including another sapphire or sapphire above, you get a generational bonus on it. But because you're a diamond, you tap into your second generation. In this example, it happens to be your second level. And so what happens is now the company's going to say, okay, we're going to take this person's volume, all of their entire volume, in this example, outside of this ruby. That means it's this entire organization over here of reorders, and it's going to pay you 3% on all of this person's business volume or commissionable volume that they have outside of that ruby. Now, the third generation, where does that come in? The third generation is this ruby right here. So the company's computer is going to go down, it's going to say, okay, well, what we're going to do is this. We're going to take the volume outside of this sapphire. That means that this whole organization, no matter how big it is and how big it grows, we're going to pay you 4% on the total reorder volume, with no caps on that whatsoever. And then, ladies and gentlemen, because you are a diamond, this also becomes your 4th generation. Okay. Now, remember, it can be as deep as 4 levels deep, or it can be as deep as 40 levels. Whenever the next generation appears, and it has to be based off of a sapphire. That's why it's so powerful. But when you get to that 4th generation, you're going to be rewarded at 5% on that generation of all of the reorder volume in that entire organization. And when you start looking at it, ladies and gentlemen, all across your organization, remember, this is your 1st generation here, but this is also a 1st generation. When this person down here goes sapphire, guess what? This starts a 1st generation as well. And so this is why I believe that this is probably the biggest commission structure that we have in all of Organo Gold. It's unlimited. It's pretty huge. And you know what? It's fun because you're helping other people develop as leaders. So remember, the 6th way we actually get paid is what we call generational bonuses. It's easy, it's simple, it's coffee. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. Right now, the 7th way that we get paid in Organo Gold, which is called our global pool. Now, I want to talk about the global pool. Remember, also, this bonus is actually based off of the reorders. Remember, there were 4 different commissions that were released based off of one product being reordered. Well, the final commission that's going to be assigned to every reorder is going to be the global pool. Now, what is the global pool designed for? It's designed to make sure that people, regardless of whichever line of business that you're in, that you work in a spirit of cooperation. You know, one of the things that I've seen in the industry that is really a pet peeve of mine is people who are in companies, and you know what, because they're in separate lines of business, that they don't support one another, or they don't cheer one another along. Well, the global pool bonus has actually been designed to make sure that you root for your fellow person who may be cross-line from you, but also you get paid from all of the volume that they're actually generating. Now, how does the Organo Gold global pool bonus work? Well, first of all, you must become a Ruby consultant at Organo Gold and be a qualified Ruby. Once you qualify at the Ruby level or above the Ruby level, then what happens is that the pool now opens up to you. Organo Gold takes 3% of all of the reorders in every single country that we're operating in. I believe we're in 12 countries now, and we're expanding to other countries as as this video is actually being recorded right now. But everywhere around the world, no matter where it is, whether it's Mexico, whether it's over in Greece, whether it's in the Philippines, whether it's in Canada, United States, whether it is in Peru, whether it is in the UK, whether it is in Germany or Austria or the Netherlands, and many other countries that we're actually opening up right now. 3%, just think about it. Many of you may not even know people in those countries, such as Jamaica. You may not know someone there. But what happens is every single time somebody reorders, 3% of every single product that is reordered, the CV, 3% of it is put into a pool. And once you become Ruby, now what happens is you can qualify for shares. How does the shares actually get divided? Well, what happens is this. For every personally sponsored leg of business that you may have, as we had drawn up here, this is a personally sponsored leg. This is the second one, third, fourth, and the fifth one. There's no limit to the number of legs you can personally enroll. So for every personally sponsored leg, and for every 1,000 CV, okay, of reorder volume that comes from a leg qualifies for a share. Okay, so that means, let's say that this leg here did 3,000 CV. Then that means that this leg, you get 3 shares of the global pool from this leg here. Other legs may have done more volume and more volume. Now what happens is this. When you become a Ruby, guess what? There's a limit to the number of shares that you can actually earn. But the beauty of our compensation plan is Organo Gold says we also want to reward you, and we want to see you moving past just one level. So when you go Emerald, guess what? You qualify for the Ruby pool, but you also qualify for the Emerald pool. The Emerald pool allows you the same organization, the same legs, but it will double the amount of shares that you can actually earn from that same business. When you get to the Diamond, guess what? You actually have an increase in the number of shares that you can earn from that commission, all the way up to our elite levels, starting at the Blue Diamond, Black Diamond, Crown, and Crown Ambassador. This is the beauty of it, ladies and gentlemen. No matter which level you achieve at Ruby or above Ruby, whenever those global pool commissions are released, all of those pools you qualify for, and you're in all of those pools based off your highest ranking. So if you want to get into every single pool, when you qualify at the Crown Ambassador level, guess what? You're in the Ruby pool, the Emerald, the Diamond, you're in the Blue Diamond, Black Diamond, Crown, and Crown Ambassador pool. Now, the global pool bonus actually calculates on a monthly basis. It takes that volume on a monthly basis. You'll see it in your commission structure, but it pays out every single quarter. So every quarter, you'll take the last 3 months of those global pool commissions that you've earned, and the company will release those to you. And ladies and gentlemen, this right here is what's allowing our company to grow globally, and also to allow so much cooperation amongst the distributors to want to help one another. Why? Because they know for a fact that they've got people, no matter where they are in the world, whether they have a group there or not, that they're able to earn a commission from that particular reorder that's happening in that country. So the 7th way that we make commissions in Organo Gold is the Organo Gold Global Pool. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the king of compensation plans. It's easy, it's simple, it's coffee. We'll see you guys at the top.